What's up, Heroclix fam? Welcome back to the channel. Today I got a Heroclix Avengers 60th top 5 of each rarity for you. I'm pretty excited to be doing one of these. I've never actually done a top 5 and I've never actually done a review of a set. So I'm kind of nailing both here. And I'm definitely looking forward to doing similar stuff like this for Notorious and Wheels of Vengeance. I'm very stoked about those sets. So make sure you check that out when I post it. And as always, feel free to leave your comments below, and don't forget to Hulk smash that like button if you liked the video, and if you haven't yet, consider subscribing. So Avengers 60th was a really cool set. I think this was a interesting set to come out right after the last Spider-Man Beyond Amazing. You know, both sets are kind of paying homage to all these superheroes who've been around for this amount of time. It was kind of hard putting the top 5 list for this set together. There was a couple honorable mentions in each category. So I'm just going to go through my top 5 of each rarity. My first common top 5 is going to be AntMan. Played him in the draft and I was shrinking my Hulk and, you know, flying him around with the AntMan and smashing stuff, and I just thought it was a lot of fun, especially in a draft. He's got the Animal, Avengers, Detective, Fantastic Four, Guardians of the Galaxy, and Stark Industry keywords. Those are some pretty cool keywords. He's got Stealth, Precision Strike, Super Senses, and his power ability, he's tiny. And his traded ability, Elephant Hawk Moths, friendly characters with the tiny symbol have flight. Which is actually pretty awesome. Like I said, I had, picked up the Hulk in my draft and I was flying him around the map. It's pretty fun. And then he has Pim Particles, Empower. Free, choose an adjacent friendly character that shares a keyword with AntMan. The chosen character has tiny damage symbol until your next turn. And then it says friendly characters with the tiny damage symbol have flight. And my next is going to be Stinger. Now, I just like this one because I believe we had seen her in if it wasn't her, in the last Ant-Man movie. It's kind of cool to see Ant-Man's daughter in Heroclix. In this newest set. She is the Animal, Avengers, and Young Avengers. That's one of the main reasons I like her. And of course she's tiny like her dad. And she has the traded ability, Ant-Man's Partner, Energy Shield Deflection. Friendly characters with the tiny damage symbol can use Energy Shield Deflection. And the third one of my common top 5 is going to be Iron Man. I did pull this one in a draft. He was kind of fun to run around with. He's got Avengers, Armor, Illuminati, Scientist, Stark Industries, and the Symbiote keyword. If you haven't seen my video about why this Iron Man has the Symbiote keyword, I liked this one. I thought he's kind of cool. He could taxi people around. He has Sidestep, he has Telekinesis, he has Barrier, he has Leadership, and actually this Pilot on Avengers traded ability, Precision Strike. Friendly characters that are adjacent or have the Avengers keyword can use Precision Strike. That's actually pretty good. Then he has the Extrembiote traded ability, Plasticity, and Shape Change. And just a pretty decent for 60 points. You could definitely run him maybe in Pulp, I'd say. And then number 4 in the commons, I actually like this Spider-Man robot. His Council of Kangs, Future, Past, and Robot. I don't know how many in like modern or newer sets there are for robot keyword as far as probability controls go. And you can also run them with Council of Kangs. If you're able to use this pull through time power, choose another friendly character within 8 squares that shares a keyword with a Spider-Man robot and place them adjacent to Spider-Man robot. If the chosen character has the Council of Kangs keyword, remove an action token from them. And he does have double incapacitate and leap climb as well, so that's something. And then next on my list, I decided to go with the Ultron Drone, just because Ultron's awesome, and being able to play Ultron in Pulp or any other games with like Masters of Evil and being able to bring in these drones is really awesome. And you can play them on any starting line. You can give them Close Combat Expert Charge, Empower, Invulnerability, Plasticity, Mind Control, Precision Strike, and I think it's Invulnerability. 3 different versions of this Ultron Drone, so that's pretty cool. And it is a Masters of Evil as well. Then I think my honorary mention here is Jessica Jones, just because it's cool to have her in another set. We had seen her in the TV show on Netflix. That was super awesome. It was a good show. I definitely recommend it if you have never seen it. She has Avengers, Defenders, Detective, Heroes for Hire, and Marvel Knights. Really like all those keywords. They're pretty awesome. I've been really liking Heroes for Hire and Marvel Knights recently. And it's kind of interesting to see she's an Avenger, but that does make sense. And then she has Consulting Detective. She can make somebody turn into a detective keyword. She has Leap Climb, Close Combat Expert. Sarcasm is my superpower. Perplex when Jessica Jones uses it to target an opposing character. After resolutions, roll a d6. 5 through 6, remove an action token from her or an adjacent friendly character with a detective keyword. So that's pretty cool for 40 points. And not getting too hung up on the common top 5, let's move on to the uncommon top 5. And the first one here on my list is Bats. I remember when, after reading the War of the Realms comic book, I really wanted to see Bats and Heroclix. And here he is, so it's cool to kind of see him. He has Phasing, Teleporting, he has Incapacitate, he has, Willpower and Enhance, Team Mystic's ability. He's an Animal, Avenger, Defenders, Mystical, and Pet Avengers, which is something I won't be surprised if we see more of. And then he has the traded ability Strange's Faithful Hound. Unique modifier, adjacent friendly characters that share a keyword with bats, modify attack +1. And then he has another traded ability, Ghost Dog, Super Senses traded, which is really good. He's only 30 points. He can enhance your Doctor Strange and give him another +1 attack. Moving on, of course, I gotta mention Uncommon Hulk. I won the draft because of Hulk, Starbrand, and Ant-Man. And I also had Iron Man too, so it was a really interesting team up. And he's just underrated, especially with that ability. It's so nasty. The Incredible Hulk. Hulk can reduce penetrating damage. When Hulk is dealt damage, roll a d6, reduce the damage by half the result. So good. There's a couple times where I just plain out reduced 3. I mean, it can't be outwitted. Then he has Avengers, Defenders team ability. He has Avengers, Brute, and Defenders keywords, which I didn't even realize that Brute's a really good keyword. And he has Charge, Super Strength, which I was running around the map beating people with shipping container terrain markers, and it was a lot of fun. And Willpower really helps out because he doesn't move very fast, moving 6 and charging 3. And then he has Close Combat Expert to do extra damage and extra attack. And it's really hard with the uncommons because there's so many great ones I want to mention here. Is Luke Cage. It's just really cool to see him in a new set, and I'm really digging Marvel Knights. He has the Avengers and the team player ability. He has Invincible, which, I mean, Luke Cage should have, as well as Empower. Then his keywords, Avengers, Defenders, Fantastic Four, Heroes for Hire, Marvel Knights, and Thunderbolts. Isn't that a mouthful? And that's really cool. He's Thunderbolts and Fantastic Four. He can destroy blocking terrain. He's Harlem's hero, so he can charge, Leap Climb, which I think Leap Climb is kind of underrated right now, but it is a really cool ability. When Luke Cage destroys one or more pieces of blocking terrain, if he isn't holding an object, he may immediately generate and hold an object. Super Strength, I'm still coming at you, Super Strength. When Luke Cage is giving a close or ranged terrain action, increase the damage by 1. I feel like he's actually a pretty good, for 70 points, he's a really good Luke Cage. And it's cool to see him, especially after the TV show, and thinking about that team. The fourth on my top 5 is Misty Knight. It's really cool to see an interesting version of this character. I'm actually digging it for 30 points. She has Defenders, Detective, Heroes for Hire, and Marvel Knights. Then she has the traded ability, Consulting Detective. When establishing theme teams, choosing a friendly character, the chosen character gains Detective keyword, which Detective is just popping off right now. And then she has the damage ability, the right tools to suit the situation, Leadership, free, choose one to last this turn, Close Combat Expert, Empower, Enhance, and Range Combat Expert. So there's some good utility and maneuverability with this character. And again, she's only 30 points, so running her on any of those teams and Theme or Pulp, she's actually pretty cool. And I think the fifth one I'm definitely going to mention is Thanos, because you got to mention Thanos. I don't know if I've ever seen an uncommon Thanos. I mean, of course, he's got Cosmic Energy. He's got the, 170 points and 100 points. 175 points and 100 point marks. He's got range, he's got precision strike, invincible, shape change, running shot, keywords Black Order, Cosmic, Eternal, minions of Thanos. Just a lot of fun. You can run him in some really interesting teams. I wanted to run him in a Cosmic Guardians of the Galaxy team for a theme. A pulp theme is a format I've been developing for local play. He has the traded ability. Perfectly balanced. At the beginning of your turn, you may choose an opposing character that dealt damage to Thanos since your last turn. If you do, choose a displayed standard power that character can use, and Thanos can use that power until the end of your next turn. And then he has the defense ability, I'm inevitable. Stop, invincible, and regenerate, and he has that at the end of his dial. And overall, I think he's just a really cool Thanos. I'd run him on the 100 points personally. And the honorable mentions, I feel like there's actually quite a few in the uncommons. Hellcat, I had actually read one of her comics recently. Then Grandmaster is another interesting piece that's uncommon. And then definitely got to mention Leader, because he has triple mind control, and it has improved target hindering, elevated, and characters. And he's probability control and telekinesis and stealth and super senses. Just a really good little package for 35 points. Red She-Hulk, I think she's really cool. I like this bust. She has protected outwit. She destroys blocking. And then the next one, the last one in the uncommons I'll mention is the Beyonder. It was really cool to learn more about him. I didn't really know a whole lot about him, and I learned about, I think it was his battle with Molecule Man. And then he's like basically the opposite of Null. Thank you guys for checking out this video. I do have a few more videos I'm going to make for Avengers 60th. And then I'm going to move on to Notorious. So don't forget to check out those videos when I'm posting them. I do plan on doing some more gameplay and drafting soon. So make sure you check that out. And like always, thanks again for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.